Hey kids, it's Mr. Fly here, hope you're well. Now, you find me once again at Toro Adventure here in beautiful southern Spain, where I'm doing a stress buster with a little bit of a difference. Stick around, stay tuned, I'll tell you why. Right, so when I say it's a stress buster tour, the difference, that is because this time I'm not doing this trip on my own or with a bunch of strangers that I've met up here at Toro Adventure, but I'm actually doing it with some pals. So let me introduce you to the group that we've got. First off, we've got Helen here. Hello, Helen. Hi. Lovely to meet you. Nice to see you. Yeah. So Helen is actually a biker yourself. What do you normally ride?
I usually ride a Yummy M207.
So the GS is something a little bit different for you?
It's a little bit bigger.
Excellent.
A little bit more powerful, but yeah.
So we'll see how we do. Brilliant. So we'll keep an eye on Helen. Okay, and then we've got Helen's other half. This is Ian. Hello, Ian. Nice to meet you.
How's it going?
Not that I've never met him before, of course.
No, we have met him.
And what do you normally ride then, Ian?
I'm the Yamaha 900 GT.
Okay, and first time on GS for you as well?
Loving it, brilliant.
And you're on the big 1250?
1250, yeah. I'll be getting one of these in a year or two. When
already sold. And he's only ridden it for an hour so far. Brilliant. Right, more from you later. And here we have somebody you may recognise from a previous video. This is Mrs. Fly. Hello, lovely to meet you. This is Carol, actually. We'll come clean. And we're not going to ask her what she normally rides. All good? Right, systems go. Let's go. There's Adrian. Excellent, so we're on the roll then. And I've got Carol, Mrs. Fly, on the back of the bike. And of course Helen and Ian are on bikes of their own. My missus doesn't ride motorcycles, yet at least. She's not a hugely experienced pillion, and I'll have to say I'm not that experienced of riding with a pillion either, so it's going to be quite interesting to see how this trip goes with somebody on the back. But anyway, we shall see. Hopefully there won't be any calamities. What an absolutely cracking day. We're recording this in the middle of October, and back in Blighty, as usual, it was grim and dismal when we left, and here it's absolutely gorgeous. Right, speak to you when we're on the road. Okay, so we're on the road then. We've got ourselves a convoy. I can see the other two bikes behind me. Luckily they're in high-vis bibs, so I can see them. I'm not used to sort of leading groups, although there's only three of us, but it does add an extra dimension when you're making sure that others behind you can see where you're going. Anyway, so this should be quite interesting. As I say, I'm not that experienced with riding with a pillion. I do take Carol out occasionally, but not that often. But this bike, I have to say, brilliant for doing pillion riding. I can barely tell she's on the back, especially when I'm moving along at speed like this. She's not touching me at all, which is actually quite nice, although don't let her hear me say that. But I can't really tell that she's on the back, which is really nice. These bikes have got so much grunt. There's definitely no lack of power. If you're doing two-up touring, then these are absolutely brilliant. So in terms of the route today, this morning we're going to be heading up via these mountainous back roads towards Ronda, which I've done several times before. So I may not film too much of this early part of the route. No doubt we'll have a coffee stop, find a bit of lunch somewhere, and then we're heading down towards Marbella for the evening. I think a place called Benihava, something like that. I need to check that on the map, where we've got a nice hotel booked. We're going to spend the night. So on this particular set of videos I'm going to show you less of the riding, more about, you know, what we get up to in between. Maybe we'll see how it goes. But anyway, it's an absolutely lovely day. Weather wise, it's set to be about 24 degrees today. As you can see, the sun has come out now. Absolute tonic to the troops, so should be a good one. So Helen and Ian, the couple that are touring with us, are, I was going to say old bikers, but they've been biking for years, or used to, and then they stopped when they had kids and had a massive sort of 20-year break, and have recently, in the last year, just got back into biking. So are feeling like newbies again. They've never been on a tour like this, so it's going to be really interesting to see what they make of it. And for that matter, my Mrs. Carol hasn't been on a tour like this either, so it'll be interesting at the end to see what they make of riding in Spain. What's not to like though, really, when the weather's like this. So we're on the A366 now, which takes us up into the Sierras de las Nieves, something like that, the national park anyway in the area. Beautiful riding around here. I've done this several times. If you watched any of my other videos on the channel, you may have seen this very road, but it is a new one for the rest of the team we're with. Hopefully they'll enjoy it. As I said, I don't see how you can't really in these sort of conditions. It's so nice to be on dry, warm roads again. Just back at home the last few weeks we've had a lot of rain and started to get really cold and miserable. Haven't been out on the bike as much as I'd like to. It just gives you a reminder why we do biking for fun. Every road is a winner around here. So one of the great things about these stress buster tours that Toro Adventures do is they sort everything out for you. So not only do they pick you up at the airport and provide you with accommodation on the first night, but they've booked us a hotel for tonight. They've sorted out the route on the sat-nav. They give us a printed version of the map as well, which I might have a look at the coffee break, just to check where we're heading. So there's no real thinking other than follow this little purple line on the sat-nav. And if time is short, you know, you just pop it out for the weekend as we have. And it just makes it very easy for you. So many of those look at that moments here. I'm going to suffer from great view fatigue. It sometimes happens on these trips. Just every corner you turn around, there's another beautiful vista. He's in a hurry. What's the hurry when you got views like this to take in? So we're getting in the climb now, heading up towards El Burgo. I think this is the A366 now. Absolutely amazing road, climbing up high into these into the national park now. More and more cracking views. In fact, I've got a vague feeling there's a viewpoint up here somewhere. I might stop and take a few snaps if it's where I think it is. Road surfaces are absolutely beautiful. As ever when you ride in these parts of Spain, loads of bikers out. Spain is such a friendly biker country. Motorists actively look out for you and pull out the way if you want to pass. Other bikers everywhere that give you a wave. Such a refreshing change from the bad rap we seem to get in Blighty. Bit of viewpoint, Mirador de Yox. Let's see how the team are getting on. Got a lever in gear. Okay team, so what do you think of that so far? Mrs. Flyer, what do you make of that?
That was stunning, fantastic.
Amazing, isn't it? What do you think of that, Ian?
I'm speechless. I just want to go and go and go.
That is the reaction of most people that come here.
That is brilliant.
It's unbelievable.
How's it going, Helen? How you finding the bike?
It's great.
It's amazing that we've got the sun in the wrong way, but should we check out this view?
Oh, did you? I waved at them.
Yeah, we enjoying the Spanish bike.
Yeah.
Did you see, actually you may have been way back, but there was that sports bike that came round. He had his knee down as he came back, and he waved at me as well. Yeah, that was cool, wasn't it? Yeah, they know what they're doing here on bikes, don't they?
This is just...
Check this out.
So how are we going to afford a villa here then, guys?
Oh God, that's the next thing. A villa.
Well, a two-bed apartment.
Just ride all day. Oh mate. Grill.
What about this weather, eh?
It's
Don't get any better, does it?
beats Blighty and the drizzle.
Beats Wales.
Get a picture of me and Carol on the end. Have you got your phone?
Yep. Bit of serious art going on here. Or maybe not. Right. Jump on then. Brace myself while she climbs on board. Oh, gonna have another go. Okay. Happy?
Yeah.
Okay. Right, we're all clear. Let's go. Oops. That wasn't clever. Right. We're off. Splendid little stop there. Other than pulling out in front of that biker, but luckily he'd seen us and I was already committed, so didn't want to risk stopping and then chucking Carol off the back. Anyway, got away with it. What an amazing part of the world this is to ride round. Oh, sir. And really happy to see that Helen and Ian seem to be having a ball too, so that's great. So the plan is to ride another half an hour or so and maybe find somewhere for a little coffee stop. Super popular with cyclists as well as bikers around here. And cue another scenery change as we're sort of in this massive valley now. Absolutely cracking. Still on our way to El Burgo. Amazing ridge up the top there. You probably can't see it in the GoPro, but just a sheer rock face up ahead. And not a car on the road. Okay, there's one. Time for a little coffee break, I think. Leave the bikes here, reverse them in. That'll do nicely.
saying, once you've learned to ride, once you have your own bike, you never want to get on the back of a bike.
I know.
No, I know.
Just a matter of time.
I think it's just time and confidence.
Well,
Confidence.
You only get confidence by doing it, though, don't you?
I
That's the
know.
thing.
what's it called? There's a course called...
Right, coffee time. It's got our name on it, isn't it? Right, so I just thought I'd bring you the map and show you the sort of route we're doing. This is what Adrian prepared for us earlier. I don't know if you can see it again. Let's have a look. There we go. I'll take a picture of it so you can see it. But we're basically at El Burgo, so we've come along here from where we started, Cohen, Alzonia. We're at El Burgo. We're going to head to Ronda for lunch, and then this afternoon is down this blue line all the way down to Beniharbis is the plan. Some proper bikes have turned up. Check these out.
Because I want to put tables in.
It's a proper bike, this, isn't it?
Yeah.
Lovely beast. Like in the socks as well.
I want to protect it.
Well, another little cracking coffee stop. Some amazing bikes turned up while we were there. Bunch of British guys. Yeah, on your jump. All doing a tour in Spain, of course, on their classic machines. Right, where's the rest of our... We're having a chat. Go on, team, we got riding to do. Restaurant Casa Pepe. Been there a couple of times before, actually. I didn't realise it was one that I knew, but a great little stop and very popular with the bikers, it turns out. I've got a vague feeling going up this road we end up in the sort of forested area, which is all rather splendid, so let's see. Looks like we've got ourselves a bit of a convoy. I'll tell you what, the pace of this riding when you're doing this couple stuff is a little bit lower than I'm used to. None the worse for it though, there's no rushes there, and just fantastic scenery. And it's great to be able to share it with your other half once in a while. I suspect Carol's getting a bit of a taste for this. So that's a bit of a double-edged sword, isn't it? Let's hope I don't regret this. Let's hope she's not watching this as well. Very pleasant 24 degrees centigrade according to the bike. Feels warmer than that actually, but just lovely riding weather. That looks like hard work. We've wound up into some height now and got some absolutely cracking views off to my left. The GoPro never does this justice, but it smells amazing through here as well, the pines. It's a summer smell that I didn't think I'd be getting any more of this year. What an absolute treat. There goes Ian. Absolutely staggering scenery again. Cheeky little turn. These roads really are some of the best I've ever ridden in the world. Not that I've been everywhere in the world riding bikes, but I've been to a few places, and it is hard to beat Spain. The great thing with Spain is not only do you have this amazing scenery and these incredible roads, but you've just got the weather as well. Pretty much all year. That's the beauty of it. Oh, I love this bit. Remember this from before. Yeah! I'll probably get told off by Carol later now for doing that. Oh, I'm loving the smell through here. Okay, we've caught up with Ian again, who's been given the GS some beans. I think he's slowly, well not very slowly, pretty quickly falling in love with the beast. Wouldn't surprise me if he's not going cap in hand to Helen for a new bike within a matter of weeks. He must be getting old. Wow, look at that view. And look at this road. You can make a whole half-hour video of just be saying, wow, look at that view and look at this road. It just doesn't get better than this, does it? Oh, he's off again. I suspect he's suddenly found the delights of shift cam. Oh, cyclists. Let's not kill anyone. Well, we just had a little sporty session, which was rather nice, and again, very impressive, this bike. Sadly, I didn't have the camera on because I didn't know we were going to go quite like that. We went through some lovely twisty spots at pretty high speed, and frankly, I just didn't know that I had somebody on the back. Again, I may get into trouble for it later, but man, this bike is capable two up, I tell you. Radio. There's Helen up ahead. She hasn't got a GPS, so I'll overtake when I get a chance. Well, we just came through a cracking little town, as ever. I didn't have the camera running, which was annoying because it was absolutely heaving with people. There's some sort of festival on, it's full of cops, which actually were quite good because they were directing the traffic. Very narrow streets and some amazing hills to climb up with like hairpins on, so it was quite airy with the pillion on. Shame I didn't have the camera running, but it was that sort of riding where I didn't want to take my hands off the bars to turn the camera on mid-corner. Call me a wimp, but I'd rather stay on board. But yeah, that was cracking actually, but you have to take my word for that one. So the plan here is to get to Sentinel for lunch, which is about 15 kilometres, something like that from here, so not too far. Maybe another 20 minutes riding. Maybe a bit more if we're stuck behind traffic. It's warming up though, look, 27 degrees now it's saying. Not bad for the middle of October. Cooking in here. Well, it's a bit outrageous, we're stuck in traffic now. Only about 4 or 5 cars, it's not that bad, and if I was on my own I'd squirt past them, but in this instance we'll just take in the views. We've just moved out of the sort of Malaga area and we're in the Cadiz area now, I think, according to the signs anyway. Temperature's on the rise, 27 degrees. All is well. My stomach is starting to tell me though, lunchtime is nigh. It's 20 past 1, oh yes. Definitely time to start looking for a lunch stop soon, I think. What a cracking morning's riding it's been though, it just doesn't get better than this. And I'm quite chuffed because I thought it was going to be a bit of an effort doing this with a pillion, but it's been no problem at all. Yes, when you come to a stop you've got to think about where you're stopping and parking, and you know, can she get off okay, and is the camber alright and all that sort of thing. But in the main, when you're actually riding along these roads, you can't tell that there's anyone on the back. It's brilliant. Got a feeling that white town up ahead might well be Sentinel. Not the first one, but the one up on the hill. I think that's where we're heading, and hopefully find a lunch stop. All these white villages, very much a sort of an Arabic influence from the days that this was a Muslim country. Okay, so I think we're arriving at Sentinel now. Wasn't quite where I thought it was, I don't think. Let's see if we can find a likely lunch spot. Got the team behind us still, excellent. Need to find somewhere that's got a restaurant and parking for 3 bikes. All these people seem to know where they're walking. Phew, it's feeling warm, 28 degrees now. Parking up here. So there's Sentinel, just struggling to find somewhere to stop, that's the problem. It's absolutely heaving here. Can't walk down there, but where can we leave the bikes? So we've had a little conflab at a point that we could stop, and we decided we're going to just keep following the sat-nav, which takes us back through Sentinel, and we're just hoping it's not going to get too gnarly through the middle of it. And hopefully we'll re-pick up the sat-nav route and stop at another restaurant on the road somewhere. It was just heaving there, and there wasn't anywhere obvious to to stop. So we're going back through a different way. Right, so that turned out to be a bit of a nightmare. It was just a multi-storey car park, which we had to go in and get the guy to open the barrier to let us back out again. I think I can go up this way. So the sat-nav seems to be doing weird things, so I think I might just follow the signs to Ronda and we'll go for lunch there once I've got the crew back behind me. And then we can pick up our route from there. Seems to be the sensible thing to do. Who are we missing? Ah, Ian. Oh well, with our plan B, we get another look at Centennial, which is an amazing place. I've been here before, and it was similarly busy, I seem to remember. Just very difficult to find a spot to park. I think this particular weekend there's some sort of local festival on, which is not making life easier for parking, even for a bike. So unfortunately my battery ran at a crucial point, but we made our way to Ronda. We found a little parking spot that we're not quite sure whether it's legit or not, but we're going to go and eat over there, have a bit of lunch, and we can keep an eye on the bike. So that's the plan. Good news is the sun is out and it's a beautiful day.
There's no alcohol.
This is something I don't think we've ever seen before.
Oh, zero alcohol.
Biker beer, no alcohol, but it is cool and it is beer. Cheers. Gracias. Cheers all. Oh, yeah, sod it. Let's just go for it. Cheers. Cheers. Top morning's riding, eh?
Yeah.
Very top. Very top.
Tapper in the morning. It's not bad, that actually.
No, it's good.
I'll tell you what,
I actually think
for Heineken, it's better than the usual, isn't it?
That's all last.
That's right, mate. Oh dear.
I actually think it's
I'll tell you what, in this temperature, after that sort of morning, it goes down, we might have to have more than one, we'll see. Can you get drunk on no alcohol beer?
Stonking day.
on your beers.
Oh yeah, Tres. Right, club sandwiches arrived, check that out. Those aren't chips, those are healthy potatoes, aren't they, Carol? And I see you're already nibbling at yours. Before our friends have their paella, this is that right? Oh, here we go, let's check this out, here we go. Paella inbound.
That'll do nicely.
Wow. Oh, I should have had some of that.
You still
You get a prawn each.
Yeah.
You do? Nice.
The hell's gonna be
Right,
with
bon
you,
appetit, folks.
Yes.
Cheers.
And I've just realised how to use, I think, properly the downshifter. I was playing with it before, so
I think I used it and went into neutral at one point.
You've got to be quite positive with it, haven't you?
yeah. But I've realised that I've got to roll off a bit more now because I was still on trying to come down the gears. And
You got to roll completely off.
And then
Yeah.
You just need to roll off, whack it down.
Exactly.
And
it'll auto blip. It'll go boom as you do it.
Likes it.
Yeah,
Mine's popping.
Yeah, the exhaust, it does make a little pop. Yeah, that's normal. Yeah.
So I thought,
That's normal.
Is it?
That's all
normal?
part of the charm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great. Yeah.
So how was the paella anyway? Haven't left too much, so
It was awful.
It was terrible.
hello. Gannet's after it. I'll tell you what, this low alcohol beer was a flipping masterstroke, wasn't it?
There's something about it that makes you feel good.
It's alright, yeah. It's,
you know
are
you're
we
not-
sure it's low alcohol?
I was just saying, are you sure this? Because I'm feeling a bit.
Yeah. That's good, isn't it?
Is that going right to my head? Is it psychological?
I hope we don't have a hang under tomorrow.
Sitting next to me.
Right, so we've done with the eating and drinking. We're soon to do the last leg of riding today, which we're looking forward to because it's the Ronda Road, which is one of my faves. But we couldn't leave this spot without showing the guys the view here, which is quite stunning. So I'll flip the camera around and show you. Look at that. Okay, so this is the, just round here is the Puente Nueva, which I think means new bridge. And I believe it was made in about 1400, so it's quite brand spanking new. Quite a ravine down here. What do you make of that then, Caroli?
Long way down.
This would be cracking dronage territory, wouldn't it? Should have brought the drone and flew it off that bridge, would have been amazing, or off that little point at the end there. It's a pretty popular tourist spot, I think. Oh, yeah, it's good stuff. So you can have a look at the bridge. Check that. Oh, what's going on? What's happening?
Something wrong with their knicker department.
I'm not going there.
I'm definitely not going there.
I did that once. Look what happened.
Stop being vulgar.
So there we go. The new bridge.
Very impressive.
I wonder what's behind that door. Okay, quick sit rep. There's rumour, in fact more than rumour, we've checked it on the web, that there's a splendid swimming pool at a hotel tonight. And we got very excited at the prospect as it's such a lovely day. So we've just been to the Intersport and bought some budgie smugglers. So I'm not sure, Ian, will we be seeing yours on film later?
Well, it's that or nothing.
Well, that's something to look forward to. Stay tuned, folks.